Good morning, everybody. It's your boy D Max. So let's talk. Well, you see the thumbnail. So I guess we got to talk about it, man. What's up with all these guys in these dresses, man? What is the point that's being made? What are they saying by dressing up in female attire? Yeah, excuse me. It's early in the morning. Got to get this sleep out of my eye and get the phlegm out of my throat and all that good stuff. Um, but yeah, why are these guys wearing these dresses? What is the purpose behind it? You see Kid Cudi up there, and Kid Cudi said he wore the dress in honor of Kurt Cobain. But my question is, why was Kurt Cobain wearing a dress? Um, it's hard for people to believe that these guys are doing rituals. There are rituals, there are societies, there are groups that these people have to become a part of. This is a part of that networking system. And when you're going through college and things like that, and you join groups like Skull and Bones and all of these different fraternal organizations, this is just conditioning you for those organizations that you're going to transfer over to after school and college and all of that stuff like that. So a lot of these guys who are in these frats and stuff like that, they end up becoming masons and shriners and things of that nature, parts of these groups who claim to have some secret knowledge or some answer to a mystical question. And so in order to be a part of these groups on a certain level, there are things that you're going to have to do. That means you're going to have to give up something because they're going to have to know that you are fully committed to this group that they are in. So they're going to have some information or something on you that's going to be able to rein you in or keep you in check whenever you start to get out of line or you feel like you don't want to be a part of it anymore and you've been in it too far to turn back. So best believe for anything that you are given in that industry, something is going to be required of you. Something that not just a little initiation like you go out and you um, do something silly as a hazing thing or no, this is for keeps. This is the big times. And all of those little hazing games and fraternity games that they play are just a smaller version of the true rituals that they actually do when they get out into the real world and they start to network in business and that society. So I need people to understand that these rituals and things that are being discussed and being talked about by US President John F. Kennedy before he was assassinated, he talked about these secret societies and these groups inside of the United States who feel like they're elite and they're above everyone else and they have to have a separate meeting on how they're going to keep themselves above us and keep us fighting each other and just divided as a people so that they can continue to rule with the iron hand. Americans just don't believe this. I don't know if the people have done such a great job that they've deceived most of America because most of America just can't wrap their minds around the idea of somebody wanting power so much that they're willing to do certain questionable things to get it. I don't know why Americans can't wrap their mind around that concept when that's the basic storyline of the United States. but they don't. So, with that in mind, I now look forward and I see that there are subgroups within groups. So, like in the NBA, you have the group of those elite athletes who are considered the superstars. And in order for you to be entered into that group, there's going to be something required of you more than just your skill level. Your skill level and things like that is what's going to gain the attention of those people. But what's going to get you in is whether you're willing to play the game or not. And the only way that they know that you're willing to play the game is if you're willing to give up something very near and dear to you. What are some things near and dear to you that you could give up to show them that you are all in? You could give up your masculinity. That's for the males. You could give up something or someone very close to you. Now, this is the sensitive part because this requires us to believe that other humans believe that the the shedding of human blood gives them some type of power. What type of power would that be? I don't know. Maybe something called adrenochrome. The word exists and there's a definition for it, so it had to come from somewhere, people. When we say things like this, these aren't words that we made up like Don King be going out making up words. These are actual definitions of words that had to be created to describe a specific thing. So when we talk about adrenochrome and things of that nature, just know that these things exist. And so this could be a part of what these people have to go through. And I say could be, and I say words like allegedly, because no one really wants to be honest about what's going on, and which is understandable because if you have a secret society, and one of the main things about it is being secret. And even though in this time of day, people say, well, everybody knows about it now, so it's not a secret society. That's not absolutely true. Because to know about something does not mean that you understand it. To know about something does not mean that you know everything about it. And in this day and time, the best thing you can do is to hide out in the open. So to put out so much bogus information and mix it up with the real true information, so much so that nobody knows what's true and what's false, is the new way of hiding in this society of information because we have far too much access to the truth now just at our fingertips. And so, in order to keep us still in a state of confusion and not knowing, is to oversaturate the market with false information. With just a little truth in it, just enough truth just to get you off the trail and to keep you confused and angry. So, that is their new method of keeping themselves hidden. And you can go and you can look up all types of information and pull it up real quick. But what part of that information is true and what part of it is intentionally false to keep the truth covered? This is the things that people don't consider. And so when they argue with me or spirited debates, I don't argue. I have spirited debates. So when they come to me with those questions, such as, well, it's not hidden anymore. Yeah, it's hidden right in your face. They're doing it right under your nose, and you're so you're so distracted by the left hand that you absolutely do not see what the right hand is doing. It's sleight of hand all day long. It's what's being done to the people, and they're not catching on. But that's what they count on so that they can continue to do the things that they do. So, getting back to Russell Westbrook, Russell has to do certain things for that gold jersey. That purple and gold comes with a price tag on it. It's a heavy price tag on that purple and gold. And that's why you see so many players who got traded because they do not represent that purple and gold in the way that the elites want that purple and gold represented. It's not about the fans in LA. Believe me, the fans are conditioned to want what the elites want, but it's not the fans in LA. You've heard time and time again, he doesn't look like a Laker, but he doesn't carry himself like a Laker. What does a Laker carry himself like? What does a Laker look like? I thought the Lakers were a team of basketball players. So if you're a basketball player, then you should look like a Laker. So what else should a Laker look like? These are questions that people must ask themselves, but asking those questions are going to give you answers that are only going to produce more questions. And so when you start to look at what does it take to be a Laker and what does it look like to be a Laker, you look at Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is showing you what it takes to be a Laker and what it looks like to be a Laker. Laker, they want to present the image that is in the forefront of society. The Lakers are always going to be a big market team because it's right there, LA. That's where entertainment capital Hollywood, and we already, well, not everybody, but most people know about the Holly Bush and all of the folklore behind it. So yeah, there's a lot that's going to come with being a Laker. There's some things you're going to have to do to be a Los Angeles Laker, and it's going to require you to give them something of yours that you cherish enough that it'll get you in line whenever you start to feel yourself. And that's how that works. You don't get the fame and the stardom and the notoriety of that for just your talents. We've seen time and time again, we've heard time and time again. So this is something that should already be established in the minds of the people. But for some reason, we will tend to ignore those things. Um, but yeah, this is what it is. Russell Westbrook won't be the last in a dress, and it's going to be more commonplace. So yeah, just get used to it. It is what it is. If that's what they want to do, that's on them. I ain't got no parts of it. I'm in this world, but I'm not of it. Well, let me go ahead and get me some water or something, man, because my throat is apparently all scratchy. So hope it ain't COVID. No, I was playing. Everybody be blessed this morning. Have a great day going to work or whatever respective place you have to be at this morning. Safe travels for everybody. This is your boy D Mac. You know what I say? Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.